Hi, I'm Nick Weiss, and today we're going to talk about Flea's slap and pop bass technique. When I heard it for the first time, a long time ago, I heard Higher Ground, and I was pretty blown away by it. I didn't even know what instrument it was. So I did some research and figured out what was going on with that, and I'm going to impart that to you. So here we go. Take a look at this bass. Now this is a 5-string bass that I have taken the 5th string off of to help not confuse those of you with 4 strings out there, which is most of you. So let's start with the right hand technique. What Flea does is he hits down on the string with the side edge of his thumb. All right, pretty hard. There's a lot of guys out there that play very lightly, but Flea's not one of them. He hits down on the strings pretty darn hard. And so if you can see from the side, what I'm doing is I'm making contact with it. I'm muting it with my left hand right now. Now if I let my left hand out, get that nice slap tone there. You want to practice that on all 4 strings. It's kind of hard to do from this angle, but get used to that technique. And the number one mistake people make when they're starting to do this is you don't rebound your thumb quick enough. You leave your thumb down on the fretboard, which does nothing. You have to rebound your thumb quickly. Your thumb has to leave the string just as quick as it hits it, or you're going to mute the string. All right? So that's the thumb technique, or the slap technique. The pop technique is done by pulling your finger under one of the strings and pulling up with it. Now obviously you don't have to yank the strings of the bass off to do it. You just want to pull it up high enough so that when you snap it down, it contacts the fretboard. And the fretboard is kind of what gives it that kind of click. All right, so we combine the 2 techniques in the first lick of Higher Ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my left hand finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, which is the octave of the low E string. So I'm going to slap the low E string with my thumb and then pop the 2nd fret of the D string. That's the octave of the E. Get used to that. There's a lot of octaves in slapping and popping. So the first lick of the tune is slap, slap, pop. I'm making this look easy, but you might need a couple days to a couple weeks to get this comfortable. Alright, so that's the first thing you hear in that tune, that slap, slap, pop. The next lick is based around an octave G, which is 3rd fret on the E string, that note is G, and its octave, which is 5th fret on the D string. So anytime you go up 2 strings, or up 2 frets and across 2 strings, that's going to be your octave. All right. So the next lick incorporates a hammer-on. I'm going to slap the open E again, not with my first finger down yet. Then hammer it down on the 3rd fret. Then slap it again. Then pop the 5th fret on the D string. So it's slap, hammer, slap, pop. Slap, hammer, slap, pop. If I put the 2 licks together, we're starting to get something there. Now again, this slap, hammer, slap, pop technique is extremely important in slap bass playing, but don't be surprised if it takes more than a couple days to get used to it. And then finally, we move up to octaves on the 5th fret of the E string. That note is A. 5th fret on the E string is A, and its octave is 2 strings over and 2 frets up again, which is 7th fret on the D string. And then we get a slap, slap, pop on that string, or on that note. Slap, slap, pop. All right, so now I'm going to combine all 3 licks here. Slap, slap, pop, slap, hammer, slap, pop, slap, slap, pop. a while, the movements will start to get pretty automatic after you know, a couple weeks of working on it, and you can eventually put it in full speed. So on. There are obviously a couple little variations in there, but learn the basic lick first, and one of these days maybe I'll put up some of those variations as well. I hope that was informative. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Weiss.